Hello, my divine kings and queens. I'm back to do another video. In today's message, God is saying it was a setup. God took that. He took that plan, this setup that people was planning for you, right? And he's saying he went and took that setup and allowed it to turn out to work in your favor. And it turned out to become a success story for you. But like I said, God will use your enemies to elevate you. These are the very same people that God is taking that were behind the setup. These are the very same people that God is going to allow to see your success story, and how everything that they sent your way to hurt you and to take you out, it worked in your favor and it took you further in your life and on your journey. These people are sitting back and they are staring, they are watching, they're glued and watching your every single move, which is why God is telling you to move in silence. God will allow these people to treat you harshly. God will allow these people to show their true colors and reveal their true nature to you. And for a lot of you, it was so that he can save you from this setup. Because had he not pulled you away at the right time, these people would have had their way with you. You understand what I'm saying? And in having their way with you, you wouldn't have stepped into what it is that God needs you to step into. So for a lot of you, sometimes things happen the way that it needs to happen so that you can become aware that you are under attack and that you need to move smart. You understand what I'm saying? Smart but effective. And so the way that you do that is when God was showing you certain things about these people, you already knew what was in the pipeline. You already knew what was in store. So you were able to circumvent this. But there were certain times that, like I said, God would drop something up in your spirit that will lead you to a certain scripture, that will lead you to a certain pathway, that will lead you to a certain opportunity. And he will allow something to be revealed to you that couldn't have been revealed at a time that you was around these people, right? But once he got you away, he led you down a certain path, led you to a certain opportunity, and everything became clear to you as to why he made you wait, as to why these people went up against you. Sometimes we don't know why God called us to do certain things or speak a certain way. We don't know why life is so hard when we don't do nothing to nobody. When we mind our business, we mind the business that pay us. We ain't sweating nobody. We ain't hurting nobody. We ain't trying to go up against nobody. But constantly, we're being met with opposition, with adversity, constant warfare, constant battles, constant scrutiny and pain and heartache. But what don't kill you make you stronger. God gave you power over your enemies by showing you how you can use that pain that they inflicted upon you, and you can turn that and use that as your power. He will use your enemies to elevate you because of the pain that they caused. It couldn't take you out. It couldn't kill you. It made you stronger. It fueled you just that much more. You just wasn't prepared for the harshness that came about living in this world. You know, how people can be so cutthroat, how people can be so blunt and bold, but in a way to break down people, to control them, to dominate them. Some people you didn't even realize they were battling certain internal demons. You understand me? That had attached themselves to these people. It's hard to protect yourself from things of which you think don't exist. And for a lot of you, what you're not even realize how all of this benefited you is, think about the mindset that you had prior to you going through and coming up against all this evil and this pain. And then think about how you started thinking and moving after God allowed you to overcome it. See, things became more clear to you as, you know, why you need to pray to protect yourself, why you need to ground yourself, why you need to be cognizant of who you allow in your energy, why you can't just be out here grouping and partnering with everybody. Some people really, really underestimated you, but it was in underestimating you and not appreciating you, trying to devalue you, that they truly missed out on an opportunity to be in your life. God still allowed them to see a miracle take place before their very eyes. You are that miracle. You are living proof. You are a walking testimony. You really shocked and put people up in their head, because a lot of people are like, how can you remain positive when you have no job? How can you remain positive when you've fallen behind on your bills? How can you remain positive when what you want to work for you is not working? How can you remain positive when you're constantly met with defeat, with rejection, with opposition? How can you remain positive when no one likes you, when no one wants to partner with you, when you are constantly being betrayed, when you're constantly being looked down upon, when you're constantly having people spread lies on your name? You remain positive because you understood and you already knew that it was for a temporary time period that you was going to experience all of this. And you knew you had to keep your wits about you. And you knew who to call upon to ask for help and to ask for guidance and to ask for strength to sustain and maintain you on this journey and on this path. I'm going to tell you something and how you know that this is spiritual, because when you look over it, I'm talking about when you truly do look over how people treated you and you say, you know what? That just goes beyond hatred for someone. This is just pure evil. They took it upon themselves to say, if I could be better than this person and I could break this person down, that makes me feel like I'm somebody. So what it tells you is, and it puts you in the mindset of these people of how weak-minded they are and how they have low self-esteem and they really don't have a sense of self. You was giving them just too much power, too much respect, too much leeway, too much free will to continuously screw you over and put you down. And the day that you woke up and you truly became free from people, I'm talking about free from people means whatever is the trend, you don't care if you know about it, you don't care if you follow it. However many friends that people may joke you for not having, you don't care if they with you, if they're not with you. You don't care if you're in a relationship or you're not. You freed yourself from this lack mentality. You freed yourself from this lack mindset. You freed yourself from these belief systems that you had that were holding you back, that kept you up in your head, because you said, if God loves me, which you do, if God loves me enough to tell me that he has a plan for me, to choose me and tell me how beautiful and how handsome I am, how I'm a king, how I'm a queen, how I'm a prince, how I'm a princess, then who are you to tell me that I'm not? See, I never needed confirmation or validation from people. The only validation and confirmation I needed was from the Most High. You're strong-minded, you don't allow other people's opinions and standards and viewpoints to affect or alter the way that you view yourself or the way that you handle or get out of certain situations. A lot of people pass judgment on you. But if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't be able to take half of what it is that they dished out to you. This was a spiritual setup to get you to where he needed you to be. You didn't even understand it. You didn't even understand how he was using these people. I don't care how long you've been going through it. Once you got fed up and once you were through, the worst thing that people could have ever done was not just go up against you, but give you time. I took this setup and turned it around, and it ended up becoming a success story for your life. You ended up becoming a success story when people were trying to set you up to experience nothing but failures in your life. You were able to take the attacks of the enemy. You were able to take that criticism. You were able to take that rejection. You were able to take those lies that was said on your name. You was able to take whatever it is that was sent your way. You were able to take those betrayals and turn it into power. Power that you use to build this life and manifest this life for yourself. Because of how you move, because of how you think, because of the life you chose for yourself, by the decisions that you made. You are living proof of what God will do to those and for those who call on his name and ask for the strength and the power to overcome this evil that was coming their way and being sent your way. You could have taken any other route, but you chose to call on him. He takes an account and looks at that. He looks at everything, every choice that you've ever made, every choice you've ever had. And I know that what I'm currently going through is going to shape me and prepare me for the next level and phase of my life that is going to take me by surprise. What's understood ain't got to be explained. A lot of people that you love from a special place in your heart, you had to end up letting them go. And there's a lot of people who you saw did things to you that they didn't do to others. And you saw how people treated you different, didn't want to support you, overlooked you, and it was clear as day. And just in how they overlook accomplishments, milestones. So God told you, you know what? If they want to act like that, be done with them indefinitely. But it's like when you did that, it became a problem. It was like, hold on, where did you go? Come back. We family. We love you. I love you. But they never showed you that. And they for sure didn't show you that when you was down. All these people can come together to do the same thing and ask you for a favor, yet if you the one who end up achieving something in your life, no one can come through in the same way that they can come for a favor, come through and congratulate you and genuinely be happy for you. But let's say another person or another member that of whom they're close with, who probably never had the resources to be able to help these people, but they just like them more from a space in their heart. Let's just say these people went on to accomplish something. They could put them on their page. They could list a whole paragraph and saying how they're this and how they're that, and never gave it to you, the person who they always had their hand out to, the person who they always could come and ask a favor to. They could do it for someone who was never in a position to even give them or grant a favor or grant their requests if they was to ask them. So some people, I say that to say some people could be friends with people and not expect nothing from them. They was going to be cool with these people regardless. They was always going to be in cahoots with these people regardless. But you, on the other hand, was always out here. You was on the outskirts. But they could pull on you or try to pull on you whenever they need something or whenever they wanted something. But that's the only purpose that you served. Then taking into account, like, okay, they doing this for you. You're doing this for them. Let's appreciate this person. Let's be equal with this person. If I could say something for this person, I could do it for this person. No, they overlooked you. You didn't deserve that. But see, God, God knew, and this is why I said he had already had a plan for you of what he was going to do for you. To do that to you, that's just blatant disrespect. Not even acknowledging how far you've come on your journey. Won't say nothing. Won't post nothing. So it goes to show you how it didn't matter if you was doing good or doing bad. Nobody was going to recognize you anyway. Nobody was going to acknowledge you anyway. And it just further shows the hatred that people have for you. And it could just be stemming from, like I said, anything that these people were harboring or resentments that these people had, grudges that these people was holding either on you or people who was connected to you. These people were all knowing in what they was doing. I feel people who tried you, people who sat up here and screamed to the top of their lungs at events for everybody to hear, for their voice to sound off over something very small that didn't even have to be taken that far. That was all the evil that you was going up against. People saying things towards you, looking at you dumbfounded when you show up to certain events as if you're not supposed to be there. As if they didn't want you there. They could judge you. But when somebody else do something crazy or stupid that they cool with, they approve it. They dismiss it. They overlook it. It was something about you, my God. You already know what it is though. Because look at how your life is turning out. Look at how you're living. Look at how you're moving. That's always been in you. This is the reason why you was faced with what you was faced with. It's not easy being on this journey, but it's fulfilling, rewarding. And it's a sense of fulfillment, of peace that you received when you did what God called you to do. To not only give you power, but to make you proud of yourself again, to give you a chance at life to be proud of yourself again. But I feel it's what you chose to do after he rose you up, that now God is preparing a next level of blessings for your life because of how you chose to handle these people. You didn't spite your enemies. You actually blessed some of them. Even when they cursed you, blessed their kids. Even when people put their mouth on you as if you wasn't somebody's child. Comes a time where when you truly just have to cut the cord and be done with people, you got to do it. You'll never understand why God's telling you to do it. Yeah, you moving in good faith, you doing it right, but you didn't know how nasty these people went up against you. And I'm trying to tell you something. And I say this and not trying to trigger you. They're evil. And that's the bottom line. Even when you try to be nice, you try to give love, these people shamed you so bad in front of people, it make no sense. And you felt alone. Why? Because no one stuck up for you and said that that was wrong. They all had the same energy because you was around demonic forces that God had to deliver you from. This is what you did not understand. Demonic ain't gonna go against what's demonic. They all in cahoots together. Demonic gonna uplift and uproot what's demonic. They all in cahoots together. Demonic gonna tell certain people, you know, hey, if you working this, you gonna get this. Yeah, woo, 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 woo. But if you do something, hey, be quiet. Don't say nothing. Don't even put on your page. Demonic. See, I feel when you step in the room, you own the room, because that's a setting. That's the place. That's a position that God placed you to be in. As long as you was on these people's turf, they had home court advantage. But when God took you and delivered you, because see, these people thought you was going to be stuck where you was at. Took you, shot you, threw you somewhere where you flourished. And he said, baby, spread your wings and fly. Spread your wings and fly. People tried to clip your wings so you'll be disabled, so you'll be stuck at that nest, stuck in the past, stuck in a rut. You see how God shielded you and covered you? And you was scared. You was like, fly. Nobody ever showed me how to fly. Nobody need to show you anything when I'm walking with you. You're going to get there. Just open up your wings and take off. And little did you know that all things are possible through God. Who strengthens you, who protects you, who blesses you, who anoints you, who gifts you. I can go higher. The sky is the limit for me. Oh my God, I'm in the room. So no matter what happens in my life, I'm going to take it day by day. I'm going to take it step by step. And for every step I take, I'm praying and I'm asking God to order them. I just said something. Every step that I take, before I take it, I'm going to allow and ask God to order my steps. For every step I take, for every move I make, I'm putting God first. And I know everything else will fall in place. Before I take a step, I'm praying and I'm asking God to order them up and line them up for me. And because of everything that it is that I went through, when I think about the jokes that was made on me, when people didn't even know what was going on, just to make a joke, just to embarrass me around other people. I literally had people, you'll never believe it, get up from the couch. We all in the living room. They'll call everybody else and literally call out their names and say, come to the kitchen with me. And to sit up there and laugh after something was said. I never felt accepted, which is why I backed up from a lot of people, because I never forgot. And when I kept going over the years and just realizing that they weren't changing, they're still saying things that's stupid and that's ignorant, when I'm doing things from the kindness of my heart and I don't even have to do it, I just said, you know what? I'm going to just give every single last one of y'all what you clearly showing me you want. And exit out of my life. The God that I serve, I bet you didn't count on him delivering me. I bet you didn't count on him helping a lost soul like me. I bet you didn't count on him healing my broken soul and my spirit. I bet you didn't count on him lifting me up the way that he did. I bet you didn't count on him loving me back to health. I bet you didn't count on him healing my heart. I could have died. So many people out here, when you see it, that are losing their lives. So many people that you realize, like I said, when you look around and you see that you're getting by, and you say, but they went through the same thing I went through. But see, God spared your life. He saw something in you. You better be grateful that whatever it is he saw in you, he pushed you to tap into that. You didn't question him when he called on you. You know what? Ain't nothing for me back there. They ain't love me. They wasn't for me. They said this about me. They still sitting up here when they seeing me joking me. I can't deal with it no more, man. Whatever demonic attachments is on these people, I need to get away so I can heal and start to love myself. I can't love myself being in the same rut and position that I was in when I was battling and going up against all this evil. Whatever it is that you prayed and asked God to deliver you from, he did just that. And these people didn't bet on count on if everything that they sent your way, God shielding you from it, but allowing you to feel some of it for a short time period so that you can use that and turn it to work up in your favor. And you turned it into power. You turned your pain into power. Crazy thing about it, for all that they said, they realized they wasn't in a position to say it because ain't nobody perfect, but they did it anyway. Because when I tell you that when they seen how your life turned around and they just knew they had it up in the bag, and they would have had it up in the bag. But not only did they underestimate and count you out, they counted God out too, had to, for them to think that you was going to be in a certain position and spot in your life. And when they seen how you were not there, they said automatically, nah, that ain't just because they prayed. That ain't just because they beliefs. No, they really tied in and tapped in somewhere, and God must really be working on their behalf. And if God is working on behalf, and we done sat up here and continuously kept going up against this person, trying to look down on them, throwing dirt on their name, my God, what he gonna do to us? When people think that you are going to experience a certain outcome in your life, he can turn it around in a split second to allow what was meant to destroy you, what was meant to hinder you, to block you, he can turn it around and allow it to be a blessing to you. Are thankful and grateful for how he blessed you through and got you through a lot of situations you weren't supposed to make it out of. And he never left you because God saw how people went up against you and how they treated you and how they bullied you, said things about you for no good reason. I want to thank you guys for going ahead and tuning in and supporting me on this journey. I want you guys to know that you guys can go ahead and purchase a copy of my book, The Miraculous Busy Billy, which is available for purchase on Amazon. When you click this video and you click the title of it, if you click that title, you're going to see more. So underneath the title of the video, it's going to end a description box. And in that description box, you will be able to see the links to purchase The Miraculous Busy Billy. You will also see other links there if you guys feel led to donate to my channel. Also, you'll see my social media links and links to my website and to my other books.